have the sign company install the outside brochure box. That's an additional like $10. In Virginia, we use Realty Signpost. And so that's on there. So you order up the panel, and then you order up your brochure box, so that's on there. And then, I have everyone should have a coming soon rider. If you don't, order that off of the agent. And then I also use my sign rider and I have the branded Avery Hess search app. So I've got all of that stuff on there. Usually, depending on how much stuff has to be done to the property, usually like 2 weeks before the house is going on the market.
I know there's a couple people here in this office that absolutely swear do not use the brochure box. And they'll give you their reasons, like a Sheila, like a Katja, because, you look like an unprofessional agent because half the time it's empty. People take a bunch, it's just, so you need to investigate whether you want to use that brochure box or not.
And I like to use it because I know how many people are then coming by and grabbing stuff out of it. Most people are not. Right. I always print out 30. And I put them in, see, it's a lucky number, right? I print 30 out, I put them in there, and then I have, and I'm going to show you guys, like, my brochure box kind of evolves. Like, when it first goes on the market, there's one outside flyer. I'm sorry, when it's not, yes, when it first goes on the market, there's one outside flyer, and then after that, those 30 have gone, then there's a different outside flyer that goes out there.
And the brochure box should never be empty. If you just tell your seller, just let me know.
There's point counterpoint.
Yeah.
You can investigate for yourself because there's some agents that will make some very compelling arguments why not to.
For the outside box, because I'm getting everything prepared for when I hit the send button, the brochures are at the house. The just listed cards have already been sent out. The outside flyers are already there. So I use this for the outside box, the just listed, a couple of features. What they really want to see is the inside of the property because they can see the outside. They're driving by, they're picking up the flyer. So I'm giving them that information. And I've kind of, I know, and Francis just said like we use all of the teal, but we've, our orange and the lime green has kind of been our transition to something a little bit more modern. So this is a flyer that I had Lisa create. Just that I can drop some photos in, a little bit of information, and then on the back I use the search app information. So my goal is trying to make sure it doesn't look like I created the flyer myself. I'm not a photographer. I'm not graphic artist. I'm a real estate agent, so I want to make sure that everything looks like I paid for it, even though, printing these out was completely free. Okay? So just some other things that you can do for the outside box. So they go out there until the property goes live, and so the first round of 30, this is what's out there on the brochure box. Then, when your property goes live, your George Mason loan officer should have you already signed up in Rate Plug, and then, this is information that is nice, I think, to have on the outside box. But I also will print extras of these and put inside the house for people that are coming through so that when they're, like, seriously considering it, they're like, okay, how much is it going to cost me to do that? So if your loan officer's not doing this, and they can't do it until it's been in the system for a couple of hours. So you just have to remind them, can you, send me my Rate Plug sheets, and then they'll send you this. And then once I have that, I will put the app information on the back, or the other, the one with the photos on the back, but you can't use that until it's done.